very many thanks for choosing to stay with us. And just in case you're joining us right now, welcome to Kenya's Gold, where the focus of the day is on rice farming in Kenya. And we are specifically coming through to you from the Ahero Rice Irrigation Scheme and its subsidiaries. Now, as you already know, the second part of the show is usually time for the gold conversation. And we do have the distinct honor of being joined by Madam Dorothy, who is the Cooperatives Relationships Officer right here in Kisumu County. Thank you so very much for making time to be with us today. And we most definitely want to get into the conversation to understand the importance of farmers, rice farmers and other farmers in other agri-sectors being part of cooperative societies. Now, just jumping straight into the conversations, please talk to us about why it's important for a farmer to be in a cooperative society.
Okay, I can tell the farmers to join cooperative societies because when they're in a cooperative society, it's easy to reach them. When maybe, like as a bank, we have a strong foundation in the cooperative societies, and the best way to reach farmers is to have them join a cooperative society. When we have when we want to finance them, like an example, if we want to purchase seeds for them, fertilizers, other farm inputs, it's hard for the bank to come looking for farmers door to door. So it's easy for them to form a cooperative society, and maybe when we go there, we look for the cooperative society and engage them in one place.
Now, we have traveled to different regions in the country, and you will find that there are some farmers who bado hii concept here, cooperative society, is still quite new to them. Yet there are so very many advantages that come from being part of one. What are you doing as a bank that is very keen when it comes to supporting farmers to make sure that hii information imefikia wakulima wote?
I can assure you that as a bank, we thrive in capacity building and training to farmers. Mostly we do it through cooperative societies, but we do it to all farmers, regardless of whether you're a member of a cooperative society or you come as an individual. Like recently we had a forum with the rice farmers in Western Kenya. This includes both Nyanza and Western region. So we invited them for a forum. We invited all farmers. We gave them, we trained them, we educated them, gave them a lot of information on capacity building and the reasons why they should join cooperative societies and how the bank will support them through cooperative societies. So with this, we are able to reach even the farmers on the ground. Yeah, so we thrive in capacity building. This helps us a lot. Right. And we also go to the farms. We visit rice farmers at the time of planting, at the time of harvesting, at every stage of their farming. When we do that, we meet the farmers and encourage them to tell them more about our services, our products, and how we work with cooperative societies to better their lives, improve their livelihoods. Yeah.
Now, earlier on in our gold feature, we did have the pleasure of learning so much about rice farming from a very young man, but he also mentioned that he's not in a cooperative society because he believes cooperative societies are for the elderly people. Him as a 20-year-old or a guy still in Kampo, hafai kukua kwa cooperative society. Is there an age cap limit for anyone to join a cooperative society, and how can young people benefit from these societies?
There's no restriction in joining a cooperative society. Once you're 18 years and above, you're eligible for becoming a member. Depending on your value chain, if you're a rice farmer, you can join a rice farmers cooperative society. If you're in any other value chain, maybe coffee, you can join a coffee farmers cooperative society. So there's no restriction.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, besides being very keen when it comes to supporting farmers in cooperative society, you are also coming up with a union, which is the Lake Region Rice Farmers Union. And we just want to understand a lot more about what this union is meant to do for our rice farmers.
The formation of a union is a process that is ongoing. It is not yet complete. The primary rice farmer cooperatives came together and decided that they wanted to form a union. So we came in and supported them, And as a bank, once they're done with the registration process, our aim is to ensure we reach as many farmers as possible through the union. The union will act like a unifying factor for us as a bank. It will unify all the rice farmers in the region, and that is where we will be able to reach all the farmers on the ground, all the individual farmers. We will support the union by financing them. Like right now, we know there's a need for a combined harvester by the rice farmers in Ahero. So once the union is there, we will be able to finance and ensure they purchase the combined harvester, and this will be able to support the whole region. And that is one way of supporting the rice farmers through the union. We will ensure there's market access. You know, with the union, the rice farmers will have a high bargaining power in terms of prices, in terms of purchasing of inputs and fertilizers and all that. There will be, I can say, economies of scale.
Right.
Because the union is a big entity that, because it will cover all the farmers, all the rice farmers in the region, at least they will have a voice. They will come as a block and negotiate for prices, for better prices in the market. When they approach the bank for financing, it will be easy to finance them through a union than when they come as individual farmers. So I think it's a good thing. We are supporting the union formation, and we will support the farmers through the union in very big ways. This will improve their livelihoods if things go well. And as a bank, we know that this will enable us to reach all the farmers on the ground. Yeah.
Thank you so much for making those points very clear for us. I believe anyone who's watching right now and was a bit confused about the role of a cooperative society, at this point, their mind is clear and they will be signing up to the closest cooperative society next to them. But before we wrap up this session, allow me to call right here the chair of Poor Bear Rice Cooperative Society, and he will be shedding more light on what the cooperative society is doing for the farmers in this region. Just very quickly, there are plans to form the Lake Region Rice Farmers Union, and you have been the chair of the Poor Bear Cooperative Society for quite some time. Please help us understand what you feel this will do for the farmers in already these cooperative societies that are there.
Thank you, Ngina. The union is being formed by the rice growers in the western region, that is from the Kisumu County, the Busia County, the Kisea County, Homa Bay County, and Migori County, the rice growing zones. We came together as cooperatives, and we realized we don't have a union that acts like a governing council for us, that kind of fights for the right of the rice growing farmers. So we decided as cooperatives to come together. We subscribe to the union so that we have one voice, that we can take our plea to the national government. Yes.
So for someone who is also trying to get the hang of this conversation and understanding, nikiwa kwa cooperative society na nikiwa kwa union,
yes,
do I need to register fresh for the union? Ni nini ambacho nitapata kwa union ambayo sikuwa napata kwa cooperative society? Ule mtu ako na hiyo confusion, what can you tell them?
The union people will join through the cooperatives. Cooperatives will bring its members to join the union. So they join as a cooperative, not as an individual.
Right.
Yes.
Lakini ukijoin cooperative ulikuwa unajoin kama individual.
Cooperatives as individual.
Right.
So for you to be a union member, you come a union member through a cooperative.
Great.
So yes.
All right. So finally, just speak to the farmers who are listening to us and what you're hoping that the next 5 years or even 10 years or even 20 will be for the rice farmers in this region.
I want to say that I may urge the people who are growing rice in the western region to ensure that they subscribe to the cooperatives that is nearer them, so that they can get access to a lot of financial services from the cooperative bank. Cooperative bank has been enabling the rice farmers to go to the production with a lot of ease. But now with the formation of the union, we know now we have a body that will champion the rights of the rice farmers within the Lake region.
Right. Thank you so very much, Dorothy.
Thank you.
And Mr. David,
Thank
for
you.
speaking to us.
Thank you.
I believe our farmers have now understood clearly why they need to be in cooperative societies, and also how this Lake Region Rice Farmers Union is going to boost them in their rice practice. And we have come to the end of our gold conversation. A very big thanks to our experts of the day, Dorothy, who is the Cooperatives Relationships Officer, and also Mr. David, who is the chairman of Purbear Rice Society right here in Ahero. It has been an absolute pleasure learning so much on why our rice farmers need to be part of cooperative societies, and also what the union, the Lake Region Rice Farmers Union, is going to do for our rice farmers in this region. Thank you so very much for watching. We're taking another break right now, but just keep it Kenya's Gold. We're not yet done. We still have a lot more.